In this video, we will solve a problem on ISLM model. The question is, LM curve will be relatively flat if the interest elasticity of money is, the options are being given us, low, high, zero or infinity. We need to check out the correct option, okay? So we are being told about the LM curve and it is slope, okay? Let's first derive the LM curve and it is slope. Then we can answer this question. So simple, we know that LM, and let me write it here. LM curve shows us different combinations of rate of interest and level of income where the money market is in equilibrium. And money market is in equilibrium when, and let me write it here, demand for money is exactly equal to the supply of money. Okay. Now, demand for money has two components, as we know. Demand for money has two components, that is, money is demanded for transactionary purposes, plus money is also demanded for speculative purposes. That means, let us denote it by M subscript Z. Okay, so demand for money has two components, that is transactionary demand for money and speculative demand for money. And let's assume here that the money supply is exogenous here. That is, it is fixed by the central authority. And let us write the real money supply here. Okay, so let us say real money supply is this M upon P. Now, by transactionary demand for money, what we mean, and let me write it here. So transactionary demand for money will be, and let me write it here. In this case, let us say it is equal to K times Y. Okay, that means transactionary demand for money depends upon the level of income minus, and speculative demand for money depends upon the level of interest. And let me write it here. It is H times I. Okay, and it should be equal to real money supply. So demand for money has two components. That means money is demanded for transactionary purposes and it depends upon the level of income, and money is also demanded for speculative demand speculative purposes and it depends upon the level of interest rate. So demand for money should be equal to supply of money. That implies, let us solve this equation for interest rate, and let's transpose this minus hi on other side, so it will become let me write it here, K times Y, transpose this here, it will become M upon P is equal to H times I. Okay, I hope I am making myself clear. And we can rewrite it in this fashion. Let's transpose it here, or Hi is equal to minus M upon P plus Ky. Okay, Ky. After that, since we need to solve this for I, let us divide both sides by H. That means our I will be equal to minus M upon P times this 1 upon H plus we have this K, to this we divide by this H, okay, times Y. So this is our LM equation. Okay, this is our LM curve. So this shows us the different combinations of rate of interest and level of income, which shows the money market equilibrium. Graphically, what exactly is meant by this? And let me show it here. If we have level of income on the horizontal axis and rate of interest on vertical axis, the first term here, and you can see here, this shows the vertical interceptor of this LM curve, and K upon Y, and which is important in context of this question. This K upon Y shows us the slope of LM curve, and let us say this is our LM curve. Okay, so slope is being given by K upon H. Now, how do we interpret this K and H? Here we have seen demand for money for transactionary purposes depends upon the level of income. Okay, so if I write it in this fashion, demand for money is equal to, for the sake of simplicity, k times y minus h times I. Okay, now this shows us income sensitivity of demand for money. Okay, income sensitiveness of demand for money. Okay, let me write it here. Income sensitiveness, sensitivity, I don't know that. Okay, income sensitivity for demand for money, and this H shows us the interest sensitivity for demand for money. Okay, so let me write here interest sensitiveness, SITIVINESS. Okay, so income sensitiveness upon, sorry, income sensitiveness for demand for money is shown by this K, and this H shows us the interest sensitiveness of demand for money. Okay, now what we have here, and you can see our slope, the slope of this LM function is K upon H. K upon H is the slope of our LM equation. We are being told the LM curve will be relatively flat if interest elasticity of money is. Okay, so see here, this K denotes the income sensitiveness, so I can write it here, income sensitiveness for demand for money. I am not writing all the stuff here because because of the time constraint. And this H shows us the interest sensitiveness for demand for money. INTEREST, interest sensitiveness. TIVENES. Okay, I am not able to write whole stuff here. Okay, now here you can see, and if you visualize here, K upon H is the slope. Okay, and here if K is relatively higher than H, okay, if K is relatively bigger than H, that means here numerator is high, denominator is low. And if numerator is high, denominator is low, the whole number becomes high. That means slope will be high. Slope is high. Let me repeat it here. If K is relatively bigger than H, that means this whole number will be bigger. Okay, if the whole number is bigger, that means slope will be high. Now here what we then assume, if K is relatively high and K is income sensitiveness. Okay, so here if income sensitiveness is high, okay, if income sensitiveness is high, slope will be high. Okay, simple thing. If K is high, income sensitivity is high, that means our LM curve will be steep. Okay, on the other hand, if K upon H, again, if in this case, if the denominator is high, okay, if denominator is high, the whole number will become low. That means slope will be low. Okay, if denominator is greater than numerator, that means this number is small. Small number means small slope, and small slope means flat LM curve. Flat LM curve. I hope I am making myself clear here. So this K denotes the income sensitiveness for demand for money, and H denotes the interest sensitiveness for demand for money. Okay, so our rate of interest depends upon the level of income, and it is being determined by this slope. Okay, how sensitive is our income to the level of interest rate or otherwise. The point that I want to make here is that in the context of this question, the question was LM curve will be relatively flat. Okay, when will be it relatively flat? We have seen LM curve will, slope will be low. Low slope means flat slope. Okay, slope will be low. That means our slope will be flat when the h is high. Okay, in this k upon h, if h is high, that means when interest sensitiveness for demand for money is high. Okay, so when if k is high, that means interest sensitivity for demand for money is high. The question tells us the interest elasticity. Okay, so it is synonymous here, loosely speaking. So LM curve will be relatively flat if interest elasticity of demand for money is high. Then our LM curve will be, flat. I hope I make myself clear in this video. Thank you.